This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. Or as the parts unknown that the Ultimate Warrior talks about coming from. But nonetheless, we are here on September 12th, 2021. And exactly 4 years ago, yesterday, I had my guest that I have on tonight on. We moved him a day ahead. Folks, I got Junior himself.
What?
And yes, Junior himself, Mr. Ron Sloan. How do you do, Ron?
You tell him, Greg. I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
Skittles, you say hello to Junior.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Skittles is like, I'm not.
Hey.
Skittles says he wants to go in that chicken coop.
Oh, there you go, Skittles.
You want to clean out all the chickens? He doesn't want to clean out the chicken shed. He just wants to clean out the chickens.
I'm worried about you, Greg. I'm really worried about you.
Oh, no, he runs away.
He says, smart cat, very smart cat.
He says, the moment you start talking to Junior.
That's how it works, man.
How you doing?
Good. Hey, no complaints. It's a beautiful Sunday. You know, just had dinner, Ethel stew. It was Ethel stew with cheese. It's
so your wife learned from Ethel how to make it?
Well, yeah, she took lessons. It was in the Ethel cookbook.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. Soon to be on sale at Christmas. So there you go. 13 Fanboy, baby.
I got the one that's got Tom Matthews on it.
Well, that's a collector item.
Well, Tom Matthews got a lot of attention on this shirt whenever I was at Horrorama a couple years back. So I'm like, oh my goodness, and he's not in the movie anymore, you know? And I got this.
Wow, you're happening.
I got this. It's got I got in it a signed hockey mask by Ted White inside.
Oh, I met Ted. Nice guy.
I love Ted. I've had him on here a couple times. I asked to see if he wanted to come on again this year, but I don't think he's doing any more interview stuff. I know he's up there in his young years.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, but you know what? I had him on here twice, and I ordered another autograph from him just to, you know, since he's still with us, why not? You know.
Yeah.
I got a couple of autographs from him, and I got that hockey mask signed by him. So, yeah. But that's not the only thing I have that I'm going to show off on here. You see, before this interview, and while you were busy eating
stew,
your wife's version of Ethel stew, I went and sought this out.
Uh-oh. Look out.
I wonder what's in here.
Here we go, it's trouble.
You fucking lunatic.
Well, that's true. I was just saying it to
your wife?
John Shepard.
You better not say it. You better not say it to your wife.
Oh, God, no. That would be another death in the family. Mine.
You sent that to me after your interview. And I ain't so pretty myself. I know.
Man, you got the collectibles. You know, you could sell that and put Skittles through college.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't sell my autographs. I have an issue, a beef with people that do that. So thanks again. Had a lot of fun, Junior. You wrote on that.
Aw, I'm such a good guy.
I had somebody recently contact me on Facebook, and I had a big issue with this. I guess he knew that I had interviewed Max Mueller, who was the son of Cookie Mueller, the chicken victim in Pink Flamingos. And she's of course no longer with us. And but I interviewed her son, and I had met Mink Stoll of the John Waters fame at Horrorama 2017, and I got a picture autograph. This guy I had to block because I think he was looking for me to sell my Mink Stoll autograph, and I'm like, I told him, I said, she's personalized it to me.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't. I'm like, I don't sell my. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's respectful to sell autographs. Go up to
Well, no,
somebody.
especially when they're gifts.
Yeah.
If you bought it and you want to sell it, that's your business. But when it's a gift, it's a gift.
Well, I bought Minx, but still, I'm still not selling it.
Sure.
It's not. I don't feel right about it. And this guy was trying to get me to contact Max about his mom, and I'm like, I don't even feel right asking him about his mom's autograph.
Nah.
Now, I did do it once with Zoe Tamerlis Lund, who's gone. Her widow has been on my show 4 times, and he and I are still in touch. He sent me a thing that a couple pages of her diary on the computer there. So, but that was a little different. He knows who I am. He's familiar with me, but, and he and I have stayed in touch.
Greg, go back to the 13 fanboy stuff. Come on.
I am.
Fanboy, buddy.
What, you don't want to hear about me defending you guys and your autographs?
Nah, just say no. It's a bumper sticker.
No, we do that. We do that to drugs.
We need Greg, we need a safe word here.
A safe word?
Yeah, safe word.
How about, you fucking dildo?
Oh, that's Ethel's word. No, that's Ethel's.
Look at that. Where did you find one with a typewriter on it, man?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm vintage.
I tell you, I remember those.
That's right.
You sent me a nice card. I did a nice video up on it.
Damn, I'm such a nice guy.
You are such a nice guy. And I showed this to did Jason Bradford do these?
Yeah, he designed it. I had them done as stickers. Yep, I got one of those too.
I got one of those too. Yep.
And those fit on a Progresso soup can. They also fit on a corn can. It depends, but that one actually fits on a 17.5-ounce can of anything. So peel off the sticker on the back.
What about the can I sit on?
If you sit on a can that size, you really got a problem.
Well, where can people?
Greg, was that canned laughter?
Where can people get these?
Well, the autograph ones like you see come on cans, and they're going to come out probably, well, they can get it now, but I'm going to do a little promotion around probably Christmas time. And I do have them when I do conventions with the can, on the can, but just the label that you can peel and stick yourself. I have it with and without autographs.
Well, I want to say my special thanks to you, because not only I didn't see this coming, it has your autograph on it and Carol Locatel, who I still haven't gotten on here yet. But
she's a smart one in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But for those that watch this ahead of time, this is the treat you get with this. Whether you're a pervert screwing your brains out on her property, cleaning the shit out of the chicken coop, or just a big dildo, you're gonna want to shut the fuck up and eat her fucking stew. You can't pass up on it, you fuckwad.
Now there's something else. There's actually something else on there that Jason Bradford did. Look at the barcode and read the numbers.
Oh my goodness, I never noticed that. It's when the film was released. 1985.
He's a smart guy. He's good.
He is a smart guy.
And
Best gosh damn stew in the whole wide world, Ma Hubbard's fucking slop. Boy, Jason Bradford's got a creative mind.
He's good, man.
So
he came to Chicago. I met him for the first time at Flashback Weekend, which was wonderful, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Great people, great convention. A must if you for next year. And yeah, Jason was there, and God, we just had so much fun. He dressed up as Junior. He was full. Hey, man, I had an extra flight cap and goggles, and he had the sweatshirt, and it was hilarious. We had some good pictures.
That is awesome. That is awesome. You know, I want to do a special thanks to Jason Bradford and yourself for both doing the Doubtfire Face Challenge for suicide and depression awareness. Yep. I've had a few people do that, and some people are waiting until things clear up with this. What is going on out there nowadays? I don't want to say those bad words.
Yeah.
That have to do with today's situation, but it's why I'm on Zoom anyway.
Hey, it's cool. It's better than a phone call.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I appreciate everybody that's done one. You did one. Sandy Johnson from Halloween did one, and her husband was dressed up as Michael. I thought that was so cool.
Well, you have to, Greg, you have to contact Andrew Leidy and Vince DeSante, because I challenged them.
Vincent said he's going to do. I had him on here this year, and he said he's been so busy, but yeah, he wants to get together with Andrew Leahy and Haley Greenbauer. Who,
wow.
Well, Haley was challenged by Jason, so.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So and Haley told me she'd do it. And, but Vincent wants to get all three of them together, and they want to go after as many people as possible. Judy Aronson told me in a cameo that she would do it. But because she said she was jealous that you got nominated, then she didn't realize that she did as well. But she said she promises to do it, but couldn't then because of the pandemic, which I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tracy Savage said she wants to wait until things die down as well. Again, I get that. I don't want anybody hurt, And even Melanie Kenneman said she'd do it. So, because she's now a stand-up comedian, so I could not resist. And she's been nominated 3 times.
Wow.
Yep. Jimmy Presley went after her, although his is not out yet. He apparently he's got something very creative lined up that he's trying to edit together.
Good thing.
Yeah, and
so do it.
And Scotty McCoy nominated her, so
do it.
Yeah,
just do it.
And Debbie Sue's been nominated. Everybody. Adrienne King's been nominated like 5 times, and she told me she'd do it.
Wow.
But and
well,
I know.
Just keep up the good work, Greg.
Adam Marcus, Deborah Sullivan said that they and the Skeleton Crew are going to do it. And he said if Adrienne and Debbie Sue haven't done it by then, he's going to be the next one to go after them. And
cool.
I'm involved with Hearts of Darkness as well.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, good guy. Good guy. And I met Deborah on 13 Fanboy. She was a sweetie, man.
I got to bring something over here. I got to see if you got this. Just give me a second.
Okay, I think I'll tell a joke now. Let's see. He's back.
I should have had this right over there, but you got one of these?
No, I don't.
All the movies?
Oh my God. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's even got a new beginning on there.
Am I on the back of it?
No.
Oh, well, then forget it. Not collectible. Forget it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's over.
Yeah,
No, and when I was at a convention in Phoenix, Mad Monster Party, someone came up to me with one of those and had me sign it on part 5, and they were going down. It's cool, man. Those things that's amazing.
yeah. Well, I got some of them on singular. I got the 8-disc set, and I got this, and so yeah. Yeah, I had Tiffany Helm on last month and had a little chit chat with her, and
He's a sweetheart.
oh yeah, I like Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had her on, told her how much I appreciate when she's shoveling snow when I'm sitting here and cozy. She'll put pictures where there's snow drifts there, and I'm like, what's
Yeah,
going
but she
on
lives
where
in
you
a
are?
beautiful, beautiful place, man. She's on God's country.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like, God, it's cold here. No.
Well, you know where we are, but most people don't. I swear, when the Ultimate Warrior said he was from parts unknown, I kept thinking, is he from New Brunswick? Hailing from New Brunswick. Doesn't have the same ring when the Ultimate Warrior charges down to the ring.
No.
Well, Ron, I've loved keeping in touch with you, and glad you're happy, and your wife
No
seems very
complaints.
nice.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah. Got all Ethel's recipes so that she can keep you well fed.
I didn't get this body eating carrots.
I eat a lot of carrots. but nonetheless, 13 Fanboy, we're both involved with it, and I don't know what I'm supposed to get in the mail from that. I
don't have a clue. Couldn't help you.
I don't know what the perks are.
No
I
idea.
I got that bag because I brought that to Horrorama the last time I was there, and I wore this, and Kane Hodder and Tom Matthews get the most attention on the shirt, and I said, contacted Debbie Sue, and I said, you might want to reel Tom Matthews back into the movie because he's getting a lot of attention on here.
Yeah, it's done, finished.
Yeah,
It's an awesome film.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's amazing.
I am looking forward to it. But I also too, there's a band I met at Horrorama named Blood Opera, and they're a band from Toronto, and they were blessed by George Romero of all people before they started. Well, they dress up in costumes, like ghoulish costumes, and they perform songs from movies. And I've seen them in concert, and they've become very friendly with me. And I remember I've seen them every year at Horrorama, and I go see them at Frightmare. But the last time I was at Horrorama and I saw them at their vendor, the lead singer Chris came around and he goes, "You're part of 13 Fanboy. Could you help us get our single to Debbie Sue?" And they had a song called Fanboy, which Sean Clark enjoyed.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, I contacted Debbie Sue right there, left a message, and then she got right back to me. And I don't think she's going to use it, which is unfortunate because these guys are awesome. But the
music in the movie is fantastic.
Well, I want to hear the duet between you and Carol.
You're gonna have to watch the movie. It's that simple. I can't give you any sneak preview. I don't want to ruin it for you.
I am so psyched. My picture's going to be in the movie. And Riley C. Morris told me it gets splattered in blood. And I consider
for everybody.
I consider it like being knighted.
Well, it is. We all threw blood at your picture. I don't know why, but
It's supposed to be in a scene with Tracy Savage because that was the weapon Debbie Sue used to get me involved with the project.
Very cool.
I had Tracy Savage on twice, and she knows I had a big crush on her growing up. And I said to Tracy, I said, "Do you know how much money this film made because you're in it?" But Tracy's very good natured, and I've had her on twice on Boxing Day, so I'll probably be doing another Boxing Day with her again this year. I'm looking
There you
forward to having
go.
her. Yeah, I've enjoyed this, but I even gotta say though, like there are some people involved in this movie that should have more attention than they have, because boy, some of the characters, Christopher Norris, for example, who plays
He's
Jimmy.
a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
I found out, I've interviewed him twice, and I found out that he doubled for Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I didn't know that.
Well, I found that out during our first interview, and I look at him so much differently since finding that out.
That's cool.
He's a cool guy, and of course, I know he's helped Troy Elke out in some troubles and whatnot. I think that Chris Norris is just a great guy, and he's done some videos with Troy, and their sense of humor is just gel.
They're right. They're spot on. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
I got the mix about 10 days ago. I did a little kind of Photoshop with Troy in the 13 Fanboy as the 13 Fanboy killer. It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I put down first suspect, 13 Fanboy, and those guys are right me back there cracking up. So
Oh yeah.
there's a good banter between those guys.
I love that. And Troy Elke, I come in contact, I've had him on twice, and I talk to him regularly, but I come in contact with him because he did a post, I think, on Debbie Sue's Sheer Horror site about his Friday the 13th theories. And that was how I come to know him and what he thinks happened here, there, blah, 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 blah. And it just grew into this. And like looking at his videos and the stuff he does, I think Troy's a tremendous talent.
Sure.
And he's got that Cousin It cosplay thing going.
I can tell it's very late at night where you are.
It is. Well, we're getting, let me see.
You're getting a little slap happy there, buddy.
10 to 11. I don't have to work till tomorrow night, so I'm good.
Oh my
I'm
God.
good. Yeah. I had to fill in for a couple people that quit this week. And my supervisor, God bless her, she said, when I go to Toronto for a week for Frightmare in the Falls, she is not looking forward to it. Because she said, and this is her quote, I'm the only one she can call who doesn't bitch about it.
That's it.
You know? But I told her, I said, I have to do the convention scene because I miss it. And there's people in Toronto that kind of miss me there. And I love the convention scene. I don't know when I'll ever get to the US for them. I'm not going to write it off because I swore I'd never travel, period. And look at me now going to Toronto. So fingers crossed eventually, but.
Oh, you'll go.
Yeah. But I have a lot of people that's asked me, can you get me into a con? And I'm going to work on it. I don't have the magic that Sean Clark has, but I am going to work on it, you know? So, and see if I can get some people at some cons and yeah. But yeah, Troy Elke, and let's not forget the guilty three amigos, Noelle, Christy, and Lisa.
I saw them in Ruidoso, New Mexico. Yeah, they're fun. They were fun. The scene I had with them, all three, was a convention scene with Carol. And
did Carol make them drink or eat some of that stew?
No, she did other things. And I'm not gonna ruin it, but we had a really good scene. I had a really good scene with Carol at a convention. It was great. It was great. She's a hoot.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah,
Noelle,
I love her.
And Noelle did a doubt for our challenge, so thumbs up to her. I hadn't had Lisa on here, but I have had Christy on here. So
Lisa's hilarious. Her posts are so funny.
Lisa won't do my show.
Well, she's got taste, Greg. I don't know how to break it to you. She's got good taste. So, the way you get Lisa to do your show, you got to promise her a couple of tacos, a gift certificate for tacos, and she'll do your show.
I'll tell her what, she can have an extra spoonful of Ethel stew.
No, tacos, man. She's a taco girl. Every post is about tacos. Get her a gift certificate for a couple of tacos at a restaurant in your neighborhood, and I'm sure you got her.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd love to come here.
No, not your neighborhood.
Parts unknown. Parts
Mystery
unknown.
meat. Mystery meat.
Yeah. But so many interesting people involved in this. You got people like Rob Mahoney and Jimmy Presley who do a lot of work behind the scenes to promote, and so many other people. And I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but there's been so many great talents, including Jason Bradford. Jason Bradford called me one night. It would have been, I'd say almost, well, maybe it was last year, but he called me because he said to me, he says, you pushed the Doubtfire Face challenge. I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. And I said, sure. And he was talking to me about the fact that the shoot for 13th Fanboy was just about over. And he was feeling down about that. And I said to him, I said, look, you got a movie coming out with Vanessa Wright and Tom Matthews, and you got that. And he said, you still got the premiere and all that going on. And then I told him this. I said, look, I haven't been at the shoot in New Mexico. I haven't had physical contact with any of you, but yet I still feel like I've been along for this ride, even doing the interviews and hearing the stories, but even the post on Facebook,
Yeah,
like
of course.
and I told Jason, I said, look, you're still doing like even stuff like this that he makes, like this is the Ted White one with all the blood, but he does stuff like that. And so I cheered him up, and he and I have remained friends, and I'm still going to have him on here again this year. I haven't yet. I hadn't had Debbie back on yet, but my calendar gets full, but I'm going to get some people. I'm going to get some people on. But I've had a lot of 13th Fanboy folks on this year, and I've been so happy to promote this. I'd love to see this on the big screen.
Me too. I haven't seen it on the big screen yet, man. That's coming up October 22nd. It's going to be in Los Angeles. I'm not sure where. I'm sure Deb will post that. I think it's also, actually, I don't know anything for sure, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, you know what? I'm in Toronto.
I know it's in a number of major cities. It's going to be great. And plus, you'll be able to stream it,
Stream it? This is no time to talk about going to the washroom.
Well, it might be if this interview is any longer. The outhouse is just right outside the door. The big tree. Oh yeah, no, that outhouse was used by Miguel Nunez.
Yeah.
Those damn enchiladas.
Yeah.
He was. He's this weekend in Texas. I think was it Texas Fright Near?
Could be.
Yeah, I saw his picture, and Dee Wallace is there, and I think a lot of great actors are down there, and not me. Nobody wants me. I'm unloved. Just tossed to the side. That's it.
You know what?
I'm panhandling right now for a movie, and we'll work for a movie, and. I'm actually going to be working in the near future with Vincent DeSante. Sneak preview.
Is it Dylan's New Nightmare?
How do you know about that? Maybe.
From Vincent. Maybe. And I also contributed to It's Me, Billy, which Dave McCrae was one of the directors of. And I'm going to have Dave McCrae on here. That was the Black Christmas fan film.
Oh, very cool.
I
Yeah,
did have.
I'm looking forward to be working with Vincent. He's a good guy. He's a
Yeah.
good guy. That's
Well, Miko
really
Hughes is
why I
supposed
want
to
to
be
do
at
it.
Frightmare. Yeah, they're gonna have Miko at Frightmare when I go. I'm supposed to be in Toronto from October 28th through to November 4th. And I'm hoping I might have to message Debbie or Joel Paul or somebody about this. I had Joel Paul on here as well about seeing if they can get that at a theater in Toronto, because chances are I have a better chance of seeing it there than here.
I don't see why not. It's just having the connection with a theater in Toronto. So if you know anybody or know anybody that knows anybody, I'm sure it can be done.
I'm going to see what I can do. Because there's some theaters in Toronto. I'll call them up because I've given them business before. You
Yeah.
know, I'll see what I can do, because I want to see this on the big screen.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree fully, man. It's going to be incredible on the big screen.
And if Tracy Savage has a death scene, the last thing I want her to see is my picture.
That's probably why she died, Greg. That's it. Now, wait a minute. Maybe.
You mentioned,
Huh?
You mentioned Dee Wallace. I had her on this show back in 2015. I met her at Horrorama 2018. I got a copy of E.T. and The Howling, both signed by her here.
Wow.
Yeah, and I should have dug those out when I dug your pictures out, but I have at least one picture signed by her anyway, one with her and E.T.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and Dee remembered me. And this was before 13 Fanboy, because this was in 2018, I think. So I think it was before, it might have been just announced, before Dee was announced for it. So
Well, Dee's a sweetheart. I mean, I totally enjoyed working with her. She is an amazing actress. She doesn't hold back, man. She gives it all. And in this movie, she gave it all. I gotta tell you, we worked so extremely well together. And it's one thing. The biggest reward as an actor in the middle of a scene is you're not acting, really you're reacting energy wise. And we were so connected and it was so good. And we definitely can push each other's buttons. And I have the utmost respect for her. And it was really wonderful to see her and Deborah work together, because great minds think alike, and it was just very rewarding, very rewarding. And
Dee was a first for me in another way too. It was the first time I approached somebody at a con who had a debit machine. Most times I think, aren't I supposed to bring cash? She actually had a debit machine. And I was like,
the little thing connected to her phone or something?
I don't know, but she had something you could stick your card in or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great, because I hate carrying cash on me, but I do at the cons because that's how I thought you guys all did it. But she did that. And I was like,
that's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah. No, I love Dee, and I got a picture on Facebook of a picture of me with Dee. She's wearing a nice green outfit, Yeah. Dee had shot a movie here actually too. It was called Killing Ruth: The Snuff Dialogues. and it was shot up here, so she's familiar with my area. Parts unknown.
Parts unknown.
Yeah, but it must have been because I heard originally they wanted Adrienne King, and when Adrienne King had to step out, they brought in Dee. Well, I'm like, well, yeah, if you're going to bring in somebody as a replacement, why not go full on big?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Dee's truly beyond amazing, and she's so much fun. My first day, I had just come in to Ruidoso, and they were throwing a little party for all the cast and crew to meet each other before the shoot. I mean, they had already, I think, shot a little bit, but a few of us came in.
Where was my invite?
Oh no, it's still in the mail because it's Canadian mail. You'll get it in about 3 more weeks. Yeah, and postage will be due.
Yeah, myself and Troy Elke missed that boat.
Well, it was kind of funny because I get introduced to Dee, and it actually is the second time I met her. The first time, and it's kind of interesting, when I was talking with Deborah, and we were talking about my role in the film and who I'm playing opposite. And she said, by the way, do you know Dee Wallace? And I said, it's really weird. I have a photograph with Dee when I did Monster Mania in Cherry Hill like 12 years ago. She goes, really? Would you send that to me? And so I emailed it to her or texted it. And right away she said, yep, you're her husband. And that's how I found out I was playing opposite Dee. When I got to the shoot and I'm introduced to Dee, and I said, well, I just wanted to introduce myself, and I'm playing your husband. She goes, well, hell, we better get to know each other because you and I have a bedroom scene together. And so sat down and started talking and learning a lot about each other. And it was just wonderful. She was just an open soul, very sweet. That lady is a healer. She's amazing, very spiritual and genuine. I mean, 100%, no games, it was so much fun. And we had a little downtime together one day. We wrapped early, or our scenes they were shooting something else. And I was about one of the only ones that had a car there. So Dee goes, you have a car with you, don't you? And I go, yeah. And she goes, come on, let's go somewhere. What do you want to do? And I said, well, we can go grab a bite to eat. She goes, well, I heard there's an Indian casino nearby. And to quote Dee, she goes, I'm a slot slut. Let's go play. And so, sure, that was almost like the last time I saw her. She was like a kid in a candy store, and she sits down, and sure enough, she hits a little jackpot right away. And I'm like, my God. And it's like she's in her own world. I was like just kind of watching things. It was fun. She had a really good time. Met her daughter too, who was also on the shoot. So I'm pretty good.
I'm very, very jealous that Dave Miller got the part I was supposed to play. I said, look, I didn't know there was an audition to play Tracy Savage's husband.
Well, Dave had connections, He's a really good friend of mine.
Listen.
See?
I had the crush.
Wait a minute.
I had the crush since the 80s.
Greg, the crush doesn't count. See, Dave and I go back. I sold art in Hawaii for a very famous undersea artist and above ground, Christian Lassen. And I directed 2 of his galleries on Maui. And Dave was a client. Dave came in and he bought art from me.
Favoritism.
then we became very good friends because he comes every year. And so I still see Dave. He comes over, and him and Nancy's as sweet can be. Look up sweet in the dictionary and it'll say Nancy Miller.
Favoritism.
Favoritism, that's it, man.
That's
Favoritism,
okay.
nepotism, it's all that. No, it's Canada, man. It's
Skittles
Canada.
said, my cat Skittles said, yeah, but Dave dies, you get to live.
Don't give anything away. You can't give any secrets away.
I know this because Dave told me. Dave was on here.
Well, but he might be pulling your leg.
Listen, he didn't have his hands anywhere near my leg because my cat was rubbing up against it.
Yeah, his hands were on Tracy Savage's leg.
Listen,
Woo!
listen.
Don't be jealous. Don't
Tracy
be mean.
loves me. Tracy loves me.
I'm worried, Greg. I'm really worried. You can't cheat on Tracy, Greg. Your love is for Melanie. We know this. Everybody knows.
Melanie.
See, you're fickle. Look at that. You already dropped Tracy for Melanie. Can't take you anywhere.
Can't
Greg,
take me anywhere. I better remain single because I don't want to break any hearts.
No, I think you need to write a script, do a movie with all your favorite girls. That's it right there. All your favorite girls. Maybe mud wrestling. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You won't go to sleep tonight. Yeah. There hasn't been a horror movie that includes mud wrestling.
Wow. And I can get some of those WWE divas to come in and pillow fight over me.
I think you're going to start writing tonight. Just write me a role in it, would you? I mean, you owe me. You owe me. And we'll shoot it in Canada. I have no problem. I'll go and visit my brother since he's in Nova Scotia, and right off the trip. The gears are working. The gears are working. Just pick out 6 of your favorite ladies. You can be the referee. That's it. You can be the referee in the mud wrestling rink, handing out towels. I know it's something you would love to do.
Wow.
Get a little warm in there. Get a little warm.
I'm sure Melanie Kinnaman would agree to this.
Hey, you never know till you ask.
I don't know if I'm gonna run that by her. She's got a chainsaw.
Hey man, it's a roll, and
she's got a chainsaw. And if she got mad, I'd disappear faster than her pink sweater.
Oh, watch it. Look out. Okay, moving on, Greg. We're moving on here. Next subject.
Well, huh?
Next subject.
Oh, Dave was on here. Dave's a great guy. Again, another Doubtfire Face Challenge guy. So thumbs up
I know.
to him.
That was Dave and I that did it.
Yep. But no, I'm glad to have very happy to get to know, because a lot of podcasters are go after a lot of the bigger names, but I find they're missing out on like I'm happy to be able to discover your Christopher Norris's and your Troy Elke. Everybody's still trying to discover. they don't know what species he is yet.
Don't be mean.
Look, Troy agrees with me.
He's a good guy, man. A ZZ Top movie, he could play ZZ Top.
Yes, Troy's great. And
Deliverance again. Hey,
he's going to be Cousin Ed.
I met Cousin Ed.
We just lost him recently. I never had him on here, but yeah.
I have a great picture of John Aston, Felix Celia, and myself. We were at, again, Monster Mania, like, good God, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago. And I was there. Sean introduced me because he was with Mackenzie John Astin's son. And it was like 1 a.m. I get invited to sit in the booth with the boys. And I got to tell you, it was so sweet because they all had their phones and they were taking pictures of each other. And they hadn't seen each other in 20 years. And there's John and Felix crying, man. It was so cool. And I'm introduced and, we all have a drink, and just seeing the love between these guys, and they really made me feel part of the group. It was cool. And then ironically, my wife and I decided to hop on a train after the convention and go to Washington, D.C. We both said, I asked Lisa, I go, you ever been on a train? And we both agreed, no, only at Disneyland. So I'm at the Philadelphia train station, and there's John Astin and Mackenzie. John lived in Baltimore, and they were getting ready to go on the train and invite us over to sit down. And we had Philly cheesesteak sandwiches in Philadelphia at the train station, and really had fun, and just a very special memory with John. It was cool, very cool.
And speaking of which, Lisa Loring is supposed to be at the convention I'm going to.
Cool. Oh, that was great.
Yep. I'm looking forward to just getting out. I get people say, well, what about the Delta variant? I'm like, I've had both vaccines. I can't live in shelter all my life, Like, I need to get out.
Did you get the vaccine in the left cheek or the right cheek?
Both at once.
Wow. You could be in a Marvel comic book series.
They they said there's no way I could get sick off it, especially if the way I am mentally.
Yeah, we shouldn't discuss this. It's late, and
Well, talk about first getting involved with 13 Fanboy. Like, was it an email, a call? How did you first get initiated into this film?
Actually, I had seen Deborah off and on at a couple different conventions, and I was at Horror Hound Weekend in Columbus, Ohio. I'm thinking 3, possibly 4 years ago. Don't exactly remember, senior moment. And Deborah Sue was there. And we had talked. We were sitting right across from each other. So, and there's only a couple of us at that one. Carol, myself, Deborah Sue. I think that was it. I can't remember if Mel was there. I don't think so. And it was the morning before the convention. And Deborah, she's a very healthy person. I mean, she eats healthy. She loves going on hikes and everything. And she said to me, she goes, would you like to go for a walk this morning? I'm going for a walk. Well, in my mind, I thought, to me, a walk is like, going around the block or something. So I said, sure. And it was chilly that time of year out there. And so we go for this walk, and we're talking and walking and talking and walking and walking. We did a few miles, and this is, this is before the convention. And as we're walking back, she said to me, she goes, I wrote a script and I wrote you a part, and I would really love for you to play it. Well, I didn't have to think twice. What actor turns down roles? And at the time, she said a small part. And so, yeah, great. So it was probably a year to a year and a half later. We had talked in the interim many times. And I got a script emailed to me, and I printed it out and I started reading. Oh my God, I was on like 26 pages of a 97-page script. That's no little part. And she goes, and I said something to her. I go, I thought you said it was a little part, not that I'm complaining. She goes, yeah, you have a starring role. And once I got to know you, I knew that this was perfect for you. So it was an honor, man. She wrote the part for me.
Well, she picked you because she knew I was too expensive.
Well, that's it. No, it would have been less. It was Canadian dollars. It was, no, it's you'd be in the Canadian Union, and I was very honored, and it's for me so far, it's a role of a lifetime. So
you get to act opposite D. I mean,
oh my God. And we have some really good scenes together, some very good scenes together. And I think the fans are really gonna love this film. It brings in so many parts. I mean, so many characters. I mean, Lar Park Lincoln, who is beyond amazing. She does a performance in this film that's spectacular. And Tracy, oh my God, well, down Greg, easy boy. Kane, hey man, he's great.
You have me all excited about Tracy, and then you bring up Kane, just kill the mood.
Well, you got sorry, CJ. I hung out with CJ a little bit in Ruidoso. We had some fun, and
I heard a story about CJ Graham from Christy Fontenot, and I don't know whether Noelle had told the story or not, but Christy said that they were in this room with CJ. It was like a kitchen or something, and Debbie Sue wanted all quiet because they would go shoot. And CJ said that he'd offer money for whoever rings that dinner bell.
Oh God, that could be. He's a big boy. I gotta tell you, it's something. I have a picture with CJ, but I'm like a little closer to the camera than he is. So we actually he just looks a little bit taller than me, but he was a big boy, man. He's buffed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to meet Kane there. I just met Kane for the first time at a convention. I was introduced to him, and yeah. So unfortunately, you got top talent in this film.
I'll tell you a story I heard about Kane. I heard that I think it was Jason Bradford. Was it Jason Bradford? Or was it Vincent? I don't know. I guess Kane greeted somebody by clocking them in the nuts. Well, I guess that person got Kane back.
Oh, geez.
It's kind of like Tom Savini when he goes to a convention and he shoots elastics all around. And I swear, if I ever go to a convention that Tom Savini's at, I'm bringing elastics. I'm getting in on that. But funny. I hear about stories. This is why I wasn't there, and I still feel like I was part of it, because I hear these stories and I can reflect on them.
Well, your picture was there. My
picture was there.
Yeah, we all prayed to your picture.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. We said, thank God he's not here.
I sent Debbie Sue a few pictures, and I asked her to pick whatever one she wanted.
You can't show those in public.
I think they're using my profile pic because on Facebook, because if Riley C. Morrissey recognizes my picture, chances are that's the one.
Oh, there you go.
I'm happy about that because Lisa Langlois, my friend in Toronto, took that picture. She didn't like my other profile picture. She said, take a better one. So I said, I never deny her whenever she gives me a suggestion. So, but nonetheless, Yeah, there's so many great people involved with this movie. I've heard the stories from Jason Bradford having to drive people back and forth to the airport. The stories he told about Jennifer Bonko had me laughing. I
I
guess
bet
Jennifer Bonko
that
and her.
I didn't get to meet her. I mean, I didn't work with her. I got
Mhm.
to work with Haley in a scene, and she's a sweetheart. And um, yeah, I yeah, I
The,
can't tell you too much.
the story I heard about Haley, this was funny. Jason Bradford said that where he was doing all the running around, uh, I guess somebody had told him that Haley wanted to bring some wine or something for some party they were having. And Jason Bradford says, "Is Haley too much of a diva to come out and ask me herself?" And so Haley Greenbauer come out there, and he said that she did all the hair flick thing and got into diva mode. And
She's a sweetheart, man. Uh, she did a hell of a job in this film.
I'm looking forward to
This
seeing her in
this,
this.
this is gonna shoot her right to the top of the mark. Her career will just launch after this. She did an amazing job, and I have the utmost respect for her. So yeah, you'll look for. Oh no, we'll have to keep you away. You'll have a new crush. No, that's why you weren't on the set, Greg. Haley would be in trouble.
Hmm.
No, you're old enough to be her father, Greg. Ow, how's that feel? Oh,
You're old
painful.
enough to be her grandfather.
I was her grandfather, sort of, kind of. Seriously,
Oh,
sort of, kind of, because
here's here's
yeah,
another funny story I have too, and I shared this with Tracy Savage, and she thought it was fun. Actually, she said it didn't bother her at all. But Debbie Sue had mentioned in a post, I think it might have been on 13 Fanboy post or something. She said eventually they're gonna sell props from the movie and blah blah blah. And they mentioned Tracy Savage's outfit. And somebody, I think it might have been Troy Elke or Jason Bradford, said, "You should get that, that you really like Tracy." I had Tracy on here and I said, Tracy, it's tempting. But I said, if something happens that I die and somebody finds that in my possession, people are going to have images of Norman Bates of me.
they'll think you're a cross-dresser, but
Tracy said didn't mind at all if I bought it, but I'm like,
don't you have Tracy's
yeah,
blue bikini?
no.
There's a collectible, buddy. There's a collectible.
I should negotiate that.
There, too late. Next movie. Next.
I love Tracy. She is awesome, And I have special thanks. Mike Guttridge put me in touch with her, who directed her in The Bone Garden, and have the utmost respect and love Tracy. So I was happy to do this film. Tracy just happened to ignite it, I think Debbie Sue did that to me on purpose.
Probably. Now there's so much talent in this film, not only in front of the camera but behind. I mean, Ben Meredith, amazing cinematographer. I mean, he was spot on, man, and great guy.
Speaking of which, Debbie Sue Voorhees in the film, but she also is the director. I got a question. I heard a rumor there's a reason that she got you and Carol in this film. That there was another reason. It wasn't, for your talent. Because she wanted you guys.
Was it my good looks, Greg? What are you getting
No,
at?
she wanted you guys in that convention scene. And you'll notice she wasn't there for that shoot. She was on the Hubbard property.
Wait, I'm confused, but that's okay. Late. I don't know what
She
you're talking
wanted you,
about.
if you guys are there, that means the
Yeah.
Hubbard property is free
Oh,
for,
I see.
there
Wow,
you
that was
go.
going back
What,
to
look,
Friday the 13th, part 5.
look, why do you think that she brought both of you in? She can't have Carol back there. She's more dangerous than Junior. She had to have you both diverted so she could go to the Hubbard property.
Oh boy. All right.
See,
Yeah.
you better check around there. Who knows?
I'll call her. I'll call Annette. She's
How was?
right now. She's in Ohio, in Cincinnati for Horror Hound. So she was promoting 13 Fanboy there.
Well, I'm gonna be promoting 13 Fanboy. I know she appreciated it when I went and did it at Horrorama, so I'm gonna do it again this year at Frightmare in the Falls. But what was it
Now,
like?
what date is that one at?
It's the 29th and 30th, and I've
Ooh.
never done Frightmare before. Lisa Langlois of class of 1984 invited me to my first, and that was, I did Horrorama 2017, 18, and 19, which is
How big is Frightmare?
huh?
How big is it? Is it a huge convention?
Bigger than Horrorama. Right now they got 13 guests announced. Sometimes they go as high as 20, but I don't know if they will this year due to things just kind of getting together. But Lisa suggested Frightmare in the Falls to me because Horrorama is not happening this year because they just didn't have time to get guests together. And so she suggested Frightmare, and I interviewed James Ponce, who's one of the people in charge of that. Chris Alexander is the guy in charge of Horrorama. He used to work for Fangoria magazine.
Oh,
Yep.
I just got interviewed this week by Phantasm magazine. Phantasm, you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a Friday the 13th issue and a 13 Fanboy issue.
Well, they approached me and I said, look, I'm awfully busy. Go get Ron.
You know, and I do appreciate that. All their questions actually made sense, Greg. I'm a little worried about you. Half the fans are probably asleep now, and
they're not asleep. I know Bobby Heckman.
Popcorn keeps you awake.
I know Bobby Heckman that never sleeps during my interviews because he listens to them while he goes to work and whatnot. And I listen to stuff while I clean, but nonetheless, what was it like working with Debbie Suvorhees as a director?
She was wonderful. I mean, it's interesting. She has directed a few things before 13 Fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew her stuff, man. This isn't like, and I won't say any names, but I worked with a director who wrote a very amazing Vietnam film. Again, I can't tell you. Mm-hmm. And they gave him a movie to direct, and it was his first time directing, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And I mean, I was making suggestions, and he didn't listen to me, and so much footage got messed up, lost, no continuity. But with Deb, spot on. I mean, we're talking pro. She's a professional, but what was also nice, she would listen to the actors' ideas or feelings, or I mean, those two were married. I mean, they just worked so well together. And, it was nice to see that level of professionalism. I mean, I wouldn't have expected any other way, to tell you honestly, but it was actually above my expectations. I truly, I know I'll work with her again sometime in the future, and I look forward to working with her again sometime in the future, because whoever, whether it's her doing her own project or if somebody hires her, they're getting quality. They're getting, it's one thing when you're playing around and seeing how things work. It wasn't like that. Everything was orchestrated. It was, she knew. It's like you took a storyboard and you were doing frame by frame by frame. She knew where she wanted to go, when, how, where, and how to get there. And we got to play tour guide, and take along that path. So that's pretty cool. It was very cool, actually.
Yeah. No, I've had Debbie Sue on here 4 times, so she's a sucker for punishment.
Oh my God. You're only getting me twice, buddy. That's it.
Oh, you'll come back again.
Except for the third film, whatever.
Yeah. No, yeah, Debbie Sue, I've seen the photos, and I look forward to seeing what she does even inside the film, but I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of filmmaker she is too. Like
You'll be impressed.
Yeah.
You'll be very impressed. This is clean. This is, we're very fortunate because this comes off looking like a very expensive film. Truly, that's how good the talent was behind the scenes, the editing, the sound, everything is just, everything is so, it fits together like a jigsaw puzzle. There were no pieces missing, if that makes any sense. Everything just worked right. And it's going to stand on its own. It will be one of those films that will, not even a doubt in my mind, will come out every year, this time of year. It will be a film that you'll want to have in your horror film collection.
I definitely want to.
You'll want
Yeah.
to more than once. There's not even a doubt in my mind, because there's something, you always catch something different every time you see it. There's something that you missed. And you're like, whoa, oh my God. So I won't tease you too much. But
well, I heard that just my pictures in it. Tiffany Helm said that her picture's got to be in it too somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they kept you guys apart because they couldn't trust you.
Let's talk about.
Just put me anywhere in the film, just not near Greg. Jeez.
But yeah, Tiffany told me that, and I was like, hey, cool. Talk about the convention scene. Here's something I did hear. I had interviewed Sean Clark back in January, and Sean felt bad about this, but he said he was supposed to be in the scene.
He was.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I wish he could have been there too.
He's a busy guy. And,
I would have put him in a Barney outfit.
Yeah, Sean, I'm lucky because I get to be part of the family with Sean. It's been 15 years now. So,
I first heard of Sean Clark through Ted White when I interviewed him in 2016. And it's a name that just kind of surfaced over and over. And I started listening to his podcast with Christopher Nelson called The Thing with Two Heads. And I hear them talk, and they talk about personal stuff. And when I found out he used to work at Spencer's Gifts,
sure,
I wanted to interview the guy who went from Spencer's Gifts to doing this, because it kind of reminded me of just doing my regular everyday stuff, which I still do, and talking to people on podcasts and being involved in 13 Fanboy and going to conventions. And I even asked Sean this question: is there a point where it's like you got to pinch yourself and say, is this all happening? And Sean is kind of like that, he says sometimes, he can't believe it himself, but
he works hard, man.
Yeah.
He does. He works hard, and every weekend he's somewhere. So that's a tough life,
I was happy to talk to him, and And I thought maybe his hair standing up had to do with Ethel's stew. I thought you guys put a funnel in his mouth and Ethel like, you're gonna have some stew.
He's Ethel's youngest child.
I like Sean, but yeah, he works hard, and
he does work hard, and he's got a great relationship with all of his teammates. Yep. So yeah, good guy. I'm lucky to be one of the convention all-stars. Mm-hmm. And I think I'll be seeing more of him this next year as 13th Fanboy. Hopefully we'll be touring some of the convention circuit. I know Deborah Sue has some awesome memorabilia, and it'd be cool to like screen the film at some conventions.
Well, I heard she's selling my picture for like millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's $2. That's $2 Canadian. You forget. The exchange rate will kill you. You know you're in trouble when pesos are worth more than the Canadian dollar. So, but if you buy gold, get the gold Canadian coins, because those will always hold their value. I can only do this because my brother lives in Canada and I pick on him all the time. So,
I've never been to Halifax before, or Nova Scotia, that my brother and sister-in-law has, because she has family there, but due to work, I don't get out too much.
I do speak Canadian.
Yeah, eh?
Oh, you ruined it for me. Well, that could have been pirate too. A R I.
Yeah, but no, and we got to talk about Vincent DeSante and Andrew Leahy, and of course Haley Greenbauer, which are another kind of a trio. I think it's so cool because Never Hike Alone is fantastic.
Great movie.
Vincent DeSante, I had him on here again at the end of April, and he knows how to fill in some plot holes to this franchise, and
Vince is one of those guys who's a smart, he's without using a cliche word, he's a smart cookie. And I gotta tell you, I look forward to working with him.
What kind of cookie?
Fortune
cookie? Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. Hi, good answer.
But the fact that Debbie Sue brought both of them in from Never Hike Alone says a lot. And yeah.
They're good guys too. They're
well, you're hit or miss with a lot of fan films, but Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow, great. It's Me, Billy.
Never Eat the Yellow Snow. You get that so confused.
If you haven't seen It's Me, Billy, the Black Christmas one, it's online. Check it out.
Oh, good.
Fantastic. Good. And he's going to continue that story too, but he did a phenomenal job, and I interviewed the three principal girls from that. Got to get Dave on here, so I'm hoping you get to work with him if you're involved in Dylan's New Nightmare. That because Dave's supposed to play Freddy Krueger.
Wait a minute! Don't give away any secrets.
He's already said it on his podcast.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing. I played Freddy Krueger.
I thought you played Junior Freddy Krueger.
No. Now there's a challenge there. So is there more than one Freddy Krueger? Am I the real Freddy Krueger, or am I the copycat Freddy Krueger?
Well, I think it's going to be awesome because you're going to get to work with these. You got some talent in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But and I've definitely seen Dave's work, and Dave McRae, when you get to meet him, he's a talent. He's supposed to come on sometime this fall. He's been very busy, but anyway, what was it like having Vincent and Andrew on the set? I heard Andrew Leahy would wander
Pranksters.
around with eye things on his nipples.
Those guys were pranksters. I mean, Andrew especially. He's a funny guy. They just had a lot of fun. Yeah, no, good guys. Vincent's a big boy. He's a big boy, and Andrew just cracked me up. He was always goofing off.
I got to get him on here. Haven't had him yet.
Good chemistry between Andrew and Haley, so don't get jealous. You know,
when they were doing their romantic scene, he didn't take his thumb and
I wasn't there. I just saw them together. Let's see. Oh yeah, while we were having dinner.
having dinner.
Ethel stew, and we're back to the beginning. Scene. That's it, Greg. It's over. We're done.
Were you there for any of the kills? And you don't have to say who was killed, but we were getting into Nora Hewitt's territory here.
No, because I wasn't there when Nora was there.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like when we shot Friday the 13th, you really weren't allowed to be at anybody else's kill. You know, it's kind of like a hot set, a secret. I was, when I shot Friday the 13th, part 5, I was there when Miguel got it, because my scene was in the same area. So
the outhouse?
It was Crystal Lake, baby, right there in Crystal Lake. So since I was in the neighborhood, it was just interesting to watch. But no, not for 13 Fanboy. I didn't get to witness any of the kills.
I heard Christopher Norris has a bizarre one. I've heard that from several sources.
He does.
I don't know how his character dies, but I heard it's one of the highlights.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't give away anything. I'm sorry.
Well, Christopher Norris told me he gets killed by watching Troy Elke videos.
I'm glad you said that. Don't piss Troy off, man. That could be 14 Fanboy, you know?
Yeah. And of course, you know, we had Tracy Savage, Lar Park Lincoln, Judy Aronson, you know.
I did work with Judy. It was interesting. She wasn't feeling good at the time. She had like a horrendous cold.
What'd you do? Look at my picture?
Well, everybody gets sick looking at that, but no, I ran lines with Judy. It was so funny because here I'm sitting there and we're going over all her scenes, everything. And she was really sick. And there's a part of me going, oh, this is really smart, Ron. It's the beginning of the shoot and you're sitting with someone who needs antibiotics, and God, I hope I don't get sick for the shoot. No, she's a sweet lady, very smart. She is her career has been really wonderful, and her career outside the acting industry, in the health industry, and sports and fitness.
I've heard a lot about her from Ted White and from Vernon Wells. Both spoke highly of her.
Yeah, she very, very nice lady. We indirectly have a scene together. Indirectly. Convention scene.
Talk about the convention scene. What can you tell me? Besides that Sean Clark isn't there.
He's not? Oh.
I wish he was there. I would have put him in a Barney outfit.
It was great being reunited with Carol. And so we had a lot of fun. And our part in the convention's a pretty quick scene. It's really used to move things along in the scene. So I was very fortunate to just spend some extra time with Carol. We are family.
Mm-hmm.
We really are. As I mentioned before, I call her on Mother's Day, and
Did she give you away at your wedding?
No, she sold me. Sold me.
What does your wife has met Carol, huh?
Oh God, yeah, many times. And I actually had kind of fun. Nick Castle.
Michael Myers.
There we go. So at Flashback Weekend, they had the Halloween car, the old Ford station wagon there. And Carol and her husband, Greg, hey, another Greg, wow. And her husband, Greg,
cool people are named that.
Amazing. Well, they're really good friends with Nick Castle. They have known Nick for years and years and years. Greg's in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
He's a producer, and so they were all going out to dinner, and they invited me to join them. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because it's one of those situations where Nick's a legend, man, but you don't talk out of my choice. I didn't want to talk business. I didn't. He's somewhat retired, and interesting stories though. You feel like you're a fly on the wall listening to everything, and I chip in a comment every now and then. But it was more fun just listening to what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were at the Gibson Steakhouse in Chicago, which was awesome. Very good.
Did Carol go back there and tell them how it's done?
Absolutely. You know what? He did. No, man.
This is how you do the stew, right?
No, I'm seriously, Greg. First of all, we're all ordering steaks, and her husband likes it mooing. I've never heard this. It's called black and blue.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard that term for how you want your steak?
No.
It's like close to mooing is what it is. It's like as rare can be, just dark on the outside, blood red, dripping on the inside. And Carol likes everything well done. And the waiter asked her, so how would you like? She ordered a hamburger. Great steakhouse. Ordered a hamburger. And she was like, okay, so you know what well done is? And the waiter's all, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I do. She goes, I want you to put it on longer even after it's well done. And she was serious. I mean, this thing could not, it was as done could be. And it was just so funny because here your hubby's eating, steak sushi, and
Does her husband look at you and say, son?
I call him dad. But I do it kind of like as a needle, a little joke every now and then. With Carol, mom comes just off my lips. Rarely do I ever call her Carol. It's always mom. And she calls me Sonny Boy.
Sonny Boy.
Yeah.
I still got the email you sent me. I gotta eventually get her on there. I know you said she's very private, but I'd love to get her on here and talk about a new beginning and working with Burt Reynolds. Wasn't she Burt Reynolds' the romantic interest in that film?
She played a hooker.
Oh, so romantic interest.
And sort of. And the wig from that movie was her wig in Friday the 13th Part 5.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And were you there when Corey Feldman was shooting his scene?
No. Now, I met Corey also at a Texas convention 15 years ago, my first convention. And nice guy, he was married at the time, and him and his wife, I was living on Maui with my wife, and we just happened to start talking, and his wife was very social and was talking with my wife and, oh, where do you live? And, well, we live on Maui. And she goes, oh my God, Corey and I are going to be there in about 6 weeks. Why don't we get together? And okay, sure. Well, you kind of take that with a grain of salt, like, yeah, right. You guys want to get together with us? Yeah, sure. And then at the end of the convention, we're both waiting for cars to the airport. And she comes running up. She goes, we never swapped numbers. We're going to be there in 6 weeks. So let's go have dinner. Well, sure. And so that was really cool. And Corey was really nice. Just, there was nothing ego-wise. There was nothing standoffish. It was just, having really a nice conversation. And they got divorced, I think, 6 weeks later because they never ended up on Maui.
Well,
Yeah.
and of course, Deborah Sullivan, Adam Marcus's wife, who I call the cackle queen, and you'll know why if you've seen Secret Santa.
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, I call Deborah Sullivan the cackle
I was
queen.
actually saving it. It's so funny. I was saving it for this Christmas. I didn't want to.
I love it. I love it. I've interviewed 5 people from that film.
That's awesome. I know they
And
had great success with that film.
Deborah Sullivan, I call the cackle queen. And she's, of course, plays. I noticed this on IMDb. When I look at, of course, they got my name on there as a producer, co-producer, but I noticed the names co-producer Mike Merriman, Laurie Evans, and I'm like, okay, I'm reading between the lines here because those are character names.
There you go. That's
Certain
cool.
people are under pin names as co-producers on here. But I love Adam and love Deborah Sullivan, and
Well, I haven't met Adam yet. I look forward to it. I think I'm sure our paths will cross in the near future.
yeah, he's
And
doing
Deborah was a
Heart.
sweetheart,
He's doing Hearts of Darkness, the making of the Final Friday, which I'm part of that, and
Yeah, no, I chipped in on that.
yeah, and Deborah Sullivan emailed me the other day, asking me what my shirt size was, and I always take an extra large because it'll go through more washings, and that's how I've always been, So like even with this, I got an extra large because
it's your t-shirt, Greg. It's your sleepy shirt. I know that you sleep in it, so
yeah.
But not now. Not almost soon. You're 10 minutes away from going to bed, Greg.
No, I'm gonna go get a tea after this.
Oh, okay. I'm 10 minutes away from going to bed.
What do you mean?
Dude, I gotta catch up on America's
Jeepers, it's only what?
Video.
Oh, come on. It's like 8 o'clock where you are. What do you mean?
Dude, we've been on 2 hours. How long do you think your audience is going to watch this?
You know what? Craig Meckler from Microwave Massacre was on here for 4 hours and 8 minutes.
That ain't me, baby. That ain't me.
Huh? No?
That's not me. No.
Are you sure?
I see the caboose in sight.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Ron? I look forward to seeing 13 Fanboy. And I look forward, I'm really happy to be part of this, and I think as I've interviewed about 18 people involved with this film, so I'm very excited about it, and I hope to see it on the big screen. I'm going to
see it on the big screen.
Huh?
You will see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
I out of my mind.
But I am going to get the Blu-ray of it. So
of course.
Yep. So I am looking forward to seeing this film. I'm really happy that we've kept in touch, and
well, I've tried to disconnect my number, but geez, now you find me on like Facebook and stuff. It's hard.
That's right.
Now they can't hide from you, Greg.
No, you can't hide from me. No more hiding from me.
We're going to build a
I
wall between Canada and the US, so I'll be hiding from you soon.
oh yeah, but then if you're hiding from me, you'll be hiding from your brother.
My brother from a different mother?
Isn't your brother the one in Nova Scotia?
Oh, that brother. I thought you meant you. I thought you were going to dress up like Junior, like Jason did. You should do that, actually.
Huh?
That's the challenge. You need to dress up like Junior and put on a little flight cap and goggles.
I could do that, but Debbie Sue would be so disappointed if I'm not showing this off.
Oh no, you can show that off.
Junior don't wear this. He wears clothes that's
He
got
wears it underneath his sweatshirt.
he wears clothes that's got stains all over it.
Well, that's just drool of stew.
Well, how are things going at work for you? I'll end on that note.
Well, no complaints. I'm very fortunate. I'm part of the art world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a director of a gallery, and I've been selling fine art and masterworks. I tour with Sir Anthony Hopkins occasionally. I sell his art, which his proceeds goes to charity. So it's a nice benefit. It's a feel-good scenario. Very nice man. Very nice man. Very, very of the heart. Of the heart. And it's not the one he's eating at the time I'm talking to him, but no, my art career is no complaints. I mean, 22 years of doing this. I've met top artists, like you meeting top actors. And it's fun. I love what I do. It's a different type of love. Acting will always be an amazing love. And my true love so far is 13 Fanboy. That is the amazing, very fortunate, very blessed. And I thank Deborah and Joe Paul Reisig. Those two, I thank them for keeping me in. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
Were you there? Were you there the day that Jason Bradford brought Lar Park Lincoln a huge bottle of Nutella?
No, I wasn't there with Jason or Lar. I was my world when I was there consisted of just a handful of us. Literally Dee, of course, Judy, CJ, Carol, and Haley, of course, Andrew, Vince.
But not Sean Clark. Not anymore.
Maybe in the next one. You never know.
Well, I feel bad that Tom Matthews had to step out, and I feel bad that Adrienne King had to step out, So
don't feel bad. It's just how it was meant to be. You can't look back at something. There's a reason for everything. Very profound statement. Very Zen. But no, really, the cast, everything in this film is how it was meant to be. So.
Well, that's why Debbie Sue wanted my picture in there.
Well, yeah, there's blood on it for a reason, Greg.
Ron, it was wonderful talking to you, and keeping in touch. And I'm honored to be connected with you in this film. So that is wonderful. And hopefully I'll get to see you at a con. And
you're gonna have to come. You're gonna have to come to America. I don't mind going to Canada. I don't. So you never know.
It's not a matter of me not wanting to go to America. It's just a matter of when. I'm lucky to get a week off here to go to Frightmare in the Falls. But there's a reason why my supervisor said she's not looking forward to me going, because, we just lost 2 people. You got a lot of people on CERB that don't want to work.
Well,
Yep.
Write a movie, cast me in it, and I'll see you in Canada.
And I'll get all those girls in it.
That's it. We're back to that. I think it's a brilliant idea.
In the mud wrestling pit.
There could be a mud pit involved. That's okay. With global warming, there's not going to be water anyway, so it's going to be a mud pit.
I'm pretty sure that'll be a Me Too movement thing.
That's true. That's true. Well, keep politically correct, and we'll be chatting in the near future. I would like to hear your opinion of 13 Fanboy after you see it.
Yeah. Of course, you're going to hear from me in the near future. I'm probably going to call you like 5 minutes after we hang up.
Oh, no. Wait, let me turn off my phone because the battery on my iPad here is about to die. So, very cool, man.
I'll wait right about the time you're about ready to drift off to sleep and your phone will ring.
Oh, that was 2 hours ago when I started this. I had a great nap for the last 2 hours. But yeah, have a good Halloween, a good holiday season. Enjoy the con.
Yep, I'm looking forward to
double check your candy though before you eat it while you're there.
Huh?
Double check your candy before you eat it while you're there,
Actually, Felissa Rose is going to be there. And Sandy Johnson nominated her for a Doubtfire challenge, but hasn't been able to get it to her. I'm going to show the video to her when I'm there.
Oh, good.
I heard Felissa's a hoot, and she's actually got her name on a few movies that my name is on. So
you have all the Doubtfire challenge people. I mean, do you have the videos from everybody?
Yeah, some of them I'm having a hard time. I don't know how to put stuff up. I have one come to me on Cameo recently, and I got that up on YouTube.
Well, you should start posting those again to make them active. No one knows it was 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. I should.
Like Jason.
Yeah, I've got a few people. Yeah. But Sandy's I don't have up there yet, but I got the video. It's just I usually have to rely on my brother to do like this. I'm going to have no problem getting up.
Good.
But those I don't know how. So that's something for my
somebody will guide you through it.
Guide me through it, just like Ethel guided you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Mom. You have a good evening, Greg.
Do a plug for my show before you go.
Do a what?
Do a plug for my show before you go.
Oh God! Hey, you guys, make sure you go see Greg. Wait, hey, you guys. Python Paradise.
Yes.
Everybody sees Python Paradise. Wait, can you do it in an accent?
Do whatever you want, Junior.
Not me, you. Give me a Southern accent. Oh wait, that's right. You're Canadian. Give me a Southern accent, eh?
Hey.
Little Moosehead.
Budweiser.
Little Budweiser. Well, I've seen the blue nose. That's all I'm gonna say. I've seen the blue nose. In a little German town. Do you remember the town where the blue nose is kept? It's in Canada. Oh my God. That's it. You're not Canadian. You're portraying a Canadian. Good act, though. That was a very good act.
I am associated mostly with my kitty cat. It's just me and my kitty cat.
Yeah, we talk about guys like you.
Yes. And Kitty will not clean this place up. He will not get my meals.
We got to find someone for you, Greg. We'll put it out on social media.
I don't think Melanie wants anything to do with me that way.
Well, I told you she was smart. So, on that note, Greg, have a good night, brother.
You take care. It was an honor to have you on here again. I feel blessed that we're involved in this.
You have a good one, and chat with you soon.
All right. Take it easy and eat your effing slop.
Absolutely. No sugar added. Take care. Gluten free too. Be well, brother. Aloha.
Bye-bye, man.
Take care.